Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into another quarantine live on a Friday night. You could have been anywhere else, but guess what? You here with me and your future state rep of District 3. Wait, I'm sorry. You are that, but my name is Andre Dewan Armando Otis, and will be representing Wayne County Commission District 5, hopefully, come January 2nd of 2023. Now, I got it right. This is your future state rep of District 3.
Formerly 9. I'm Rosin M. Ogburn. Yes, your candidate for this August 2nd, 2022 primary elections.
All right, and you are watching WJZZ live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Y'all know sometimes I always bumble that thing up, so I had to get it right this week for the one time and the one time for the three times. With that being said, again, I'm so happy to be here tonight, man. We kind of
it was running in
because as candidates, you go out to these events and things like that. You try to get support from people, and you just hope it turns out right for you, and you hope that you don't get bamboozled by going out giving that time, things like that, because you could be in the community doing the things that are worthwhile, but it's always nice to get out to meet, the future movers and shakers of communities.
Absolutely.
I want to say I hope y'all out there keeping cool, because I know it's
got
pretty hot out of nowhere.
Yes.
It goes down like that, but it is what it is. We hope you keeping cool and don't put them ACs in yet, because it's gonna be back like 60 something next week, and you're gonna be mad. You'll be taking it back out. But we gonna jump into it right now. So what I see, the corona numbers that went back up.
Yes.
And people, please be careful out there. I know it's been a long time since you've been able to look people in the face, smell the others' bad breath and things like that. Some of y'all, you back at it, So just be careful with who you're around. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you always stay above ground, because that's what this whole thing is about: staying up and staying alive. My grandpa is out the hospital. Of course, I wasn't here last week. There were some things that was going on.
Hallelujah. Glory to God.
He's back at home, being himself, and let me tell y'all something. I love that guy. So it is what it is. I'm gonna move on. But
gotta love you,
billions,
Beats.
Gotta
love you, Beats.
Billions to Ukraine. I'm gonna tap into that a little bit in our conversation. I understand that there is a major situation going on over there, but we need to start talking about some things. But I'm gonna harp into that in a little bit. It's heartbreaking information, and I keep finding out more and more every day as I want to represent the people. As somebody that really want to be on the transparent side, a person that really want to fight for certain resources, it's heartbreaking to find out some of these things that current officials just aren't fighting for. It's like, it is what it is. This is how we do business, and we're not going to try to make anything change. And this is why I'm running on Be the Change. Our future is right now, because we got to put people in that want to say, okay, we're going to go against this.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try to do different methods, come up with different ideas. But if you're stuck in your ways, how can you ever think like that? People seek titles and not change, and I'm going to just leave that like that. Motor City Makeover tomorrow, District 2. That's part of my county seat. Mm-hmm. Of course, I'm going to always push. There's a few to name: College Park, San Bernardino, Greenwich, Fitzgerald, New Martin Park, San Bernardino, and so many others will be cleaning up their neighborhoods. And I ask that if you see somebody out there that's cleaning up, just give a hand. It's nothing to hurt to help somebody out.
Absolutely.
My last thing, and I'm going to run into our beautiful state rep here. I was called a liar and a deceiver.
And
what
happened?
One thing about me is that
can't just go there.
I was going. Again, I'm a very transparent person, and what I can't stand is to keep finding out that people don't even know that Wayne County has went through some map changes.
Yes.
Which means that's a new district.
Yes.
Which means those are new lines, redistricting, however you want to call it. There's some new things going on.
Absolutely.
And I made a comment about how those district lines have changed. And somebody said, "Don't be deceived or lied." Deceived or lied? I'm not lying. But then that same individual did turn it up and said, "But the lines and the maps have changed a little bit." Okay, so let the truth set you free. So I'm free. And hopefully I will be freeing that individual of that seat. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching The Quarantine live. You can give us a call, 313-355-6018. Call in, turn up, and somebody's at that door. Oh,
hello.
We got Sister Soldier walking in. She got that boot camp click.
Yeah. We got Miss the amazing Miss Henrietta Ivy joining us.
So with that being said, I know y'all tired of talking to me. I'm tired of talking right now. I ain't got no water. I wish I did, but I got a pimp and I'm about to suck on real quick. And I'm going to pass it to Ref Ogburn over here. Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Dre. I just want to say hello, everyone that has tuned in to us this Friday evening. We appreciate you joining us tonight on the quarantine. You could have been anywhere else, right, on this beautiful evening. But I see our Facebook fans chiming in. Hello, Sister Kennedy. Hello, Miss Brenda Thompson, for joining in. I want to just say all to our listeners, remember we are on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, Twitch, and some other social media platforms. But we want to also say our lines are live this evening. So you can also call in at 313-355-6018. So we also just want to give you that because we know you're going to want to tap in on this hot conversation this evening. So I am Rosalind M. It's hotness, baby. I am Rosalind M. Ogburn, your candidate that is seeking to represent my district for the new 3rd State House District, representing Detroit with the West Side. We say Cody Rouge, Far West Side, Warrendale, and then also going into the Dearborn District, 48216 217 and 128, and of course all of Melvindale. And what I really wanted to go in for the Rosalind Report today is the temperature and the climate towards our candidates as we go into the 81 days to August 2nd's election. So I wanted to say this, 81 days, ladies and gentlemen. So we're less than 90 days in. Usually as a candidate, you say, oh, you got this 90-day stretch. So I'll say it again, 81 days. 81 right? Days. So it's not, that's a whiles away. Because less than 30 days, our absentee ballots drop.
Yep.
Right? And so what that means is our dedicated voters, our seniors, and those that know that they've committed to a plan to mail in their ballots are looking to engage themselves with their candidate that's going to represent them soon, right? So what I want to say to our constituents, if you realize that you have not seen anyone in your community, but you hear someone that represents your community, or you know that they're going to be somewhere that you may have want to connect with, give them a call. We're saying right now, there's Facebook, there's Twitter, and there's other environments that no one is going to look at you crazy if you just text them and call them and say, I want you to come out and talk to my block club, right? Right. Or guess what? I actually just want to talk to you about some questions I may have about you wanting to represent me, right? So I'm extending that to right now because what has happened and occurred, community, that there are newcomers, there are fly-by-nighters, and there are those that are very disingenuous. That means they do not have your best interest in mind. But what there you go, and at heart. And what they want to do though is become in this seat, either maybe of Congress, right, or state rep, right, or senator, or even our Wayne County commissioner seats, right. But their goal is to not just be in a line and to make sure that you thrive or you have the things that you've been asking for years. Their motive is just to get the check, right?
The prestige and the privilege.
There you go. And maybe in a couple years, because they may have a career plan.
And it's all path of that.
That's it right there, to go into higher places. But guess what? It's not included up. It has no benefit. There you go. It has no benefit for what we've been demanding and asking for. So, and you say, well, wait a minute. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'll just go back for those that are very still cognitive of the conversation, us being restored, or the reparation aspects of the 600 $1 million that we're asking from the over assessment.
Right, 650.
Come on, see, so we need to add some more money on that.
Oh,
There we
yeah.
go. Come on.
That's a big amount.
See, and so what we want to say is that there's a mayor that has just set a new budget at the top of the year, and that was it was not allocated, it was not discussed. Neither was it. He said, "Oh, you know what? I did hear y'all talk about that. We're going to revisit that." He didn't do that, and so I say that there's a whole mayor that's representing majority of black city, and know that we had an impact that over one out. What we just say is 1 out of every 4 person lost their homes.
Yep.
Over a quarter of, we say, 1 million people was extracted out of our communities, ended up having an impact from being homeless, and was never mentally put back into the state that they were pulled from, which is we call from a law aspect, you were never made whole.
Never made home.
So once again, from the Roswell report, what I want to bring to the table is that we have to start not having short memory. We have to start looking at every 5 years, every 10 years, and look at the individuals who are still seating there, and then the ones you elected in. What did they promise and say they was going to do to you? Because there is new representation, and that old seated person that represent those old communities, we're still saying, why does this part of the city look like no one cares? Looks like it has been forgotten because we had allowed negligence to remain in power.
That's right.
We have allowed individuals that take the check, but they refuse to do the work. And I just want to close out on the Roswell report to be more intentional because the election season is here. This is, once again, more, I'll call it historic time in history because we've never been flooded with this much money we've had from the statewide and from the nation. But then also, it's a shift because you know who is trying to get back in the White House.
Yep.
And they're organizing.
Big time.
They're mobilizing, and they're using strategic methods to disqualify candidates that have been reaching and working and doing all they can to represent you at the capacity that you deserve. So I close out with the Roswell report. It's time for our residents to get their head out the sands. It's time for us to start getting engaged. Google your candidate. Call your candidate up. Ask your neighbor. Was there a fundraiser, something coming up? If you don't have money, call them and say, I may not have money to come, but can I still get in the room? Because remember, we want the voter in the room. Right. We don't want that someone to say, oh, it's a fundraiser, I don't have no money. Right. The candidates, I'm going to say it again. If you're a voter in that district, show up anyway.
Yep.
That's right.
We can care less about that dollar. We want your vote. We want your vote. We want you in the room. Yep. So I say that to encourage you, but to not discourage you if you got all the bull crap, right? And so I say thank you once again, guys, for listening and tuning in to us at the quarantine because we're trying to bring you hard facts. Yes, we're trying to keep you plugged in because technically, I'm so happy my sister came into with the militant outfit because we at war, ladies and gentlemen.
We really are.
We are at war, we want you to know that we're fighting. We're being diligent, but we can't do it without you. And I pass it back over to you, Dre.
I just want to say, you tapped on a few things that I think one of them I spoke on earlier. Again, it sounds like a bunch of people want to seek titles, but don't want to seek the change that come with it. You got people that just want to sit in these seats and just lollygag around on their name and their pictures with certain people and things like that. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is 2022.
Come on.
This is the year if you don't step up now and get your behinds out there to vote, if you don't send a damn absentee ballot in, you may not be comfortable for at least 10 years. And I'm just being nice about that. You're going to have a bunch of people that's going to say, oh, well, I can represent you. And ladies and gentlemen, be careful of the doggone wolf that's really dressed up like the sheep.
Come on. Yep, that's the Bible verse right there. Beware of really wolves in sheep clothing.
You know, I'm going to just take it there. We have to start being accountable for our own inactions.
That's it. Let's talk about it.
Us not voting, us being on the sideline has gotten us to this point. Us believing the hype and all the BS that we see on Facebook that told us if you fill out the census, you're going to go to jail for child support. Wow. We are in this moment because of that. Again, if we don't grow up
That's
and we
it.
don't have long to do, we have about a month when them absentee ballots come out.
1 month.
Said,
We have about a month to get mature about what was going on or what is going on.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you can't come to this woman and say what happened because you didn't vote for it. You definitely can't come to me and say what happened if you didn't vote me. And I'm just look at you and you did it to me again, man. I'm just I'm not gonna go for
Yeah.
two back to back. I'm not going back to back like Drake.
Yeah, see,
You know,
but no, I even want you to hover there, right? But like those candidates that we know that might have been in other races that were consistent and still didn't win, right? We were actually just talking about this yesterday. The discouragement of when these juggernauts come back in these seats. When we say juggernauts, these individuals have been in seats maybe over 3 to 4 terms, right? Because some of what we say our lower levels are not termed out, right?
Right.
Wayne County is not a termed out seat. The clerk role is not a termed out seat, right? So the mayor role is not a termed out seat. So these are a low level of government that they can actually age out. Some people call them die out seats, right?
That's what it is.
It is.
If you don't have to get your behind out of there and something fresh is behind it, what's going to happen? You have people that sit there. All I gotta do is come get y'all a check every now and then.
And y'all, exactly.
You gonna vote for me?
Buy the votes.
Forget the fact that nothing around you is changing.
That's it. And see, and what we were saying that 2 years ago, before we even came back at this elections on this, 2 years ago, we were saying, where are the secession plans? Where are those? Because we want to keep it real.
I have
After
one.
There we go. Because after COVID, you just want to keep it real. People were just dying.
Right.
Yeah.
And we had level of government that passed.
Right.
Right?
Right.
We praying to Jesus they weren't going to be dropping like dominoes.
Right.
Because
right.
imagine what would have happened if our higher level state reps and senators started to die off at their capacity. And we were told to reach for your legislative to get
Right.
your unemployment, to get your other services.
Yeah.
See what we're saying? But if there's not an intentional succession plan in place,
Right.
we're not being prepared and securing
Right.
what real leadership happens, or would be in position if something just
Or-
catastrophic or
yeah.
unpredictable happens, right?
Right.
So this is why, to me, these conversations were lifted up, not to make nobody feel bad, like, oh, they want my job.
Right. Right. Right.
But we should have a plan.
There definitely should be a plan.
I'm sorry. I was called a name. I'm coming for a desk. I'm coming for an office that's going to be pristinely cleaned and new chairs and things for my new constituents. So no, I was playing nice, but after I feel like I was attacked just for telling the truth.
And you know, some people can't handle the truth.
I'm coming.
Some people can't handle
It's
the
know,
gonna
yeah.
be a new day. But look, in all seriousness, I don't know what just happened there. We got pulled in a whole different direction. And you know what? Things like that have to happen for a reason
Yeah.
because we just gave out a bunch of truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead. We have an agenda, ladies.
Yeah. Wow. I wish I could stay on that because something. Okay, look. If you don't know, before we get into this agenda real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I am turning another age around the moon on Sunday.
So my birthday coming up.
I will be 39.
Hey.
With that being said, as we just spoke, I am having a birthday celebration. I don't want to call it a birthday fundraiser because for some people, they do know I need them to come raise me some funds. But for the community, I need y'all to come
It's
out and
okay
talk
to be
to
called
me.
a birthday fundraiser.
Yes.
People doing all that. They have
I mean,
birthday
yeah, but
dinners. They have birthday
Yes.
fundraisers.
I just want to make sure
And even the
that
birthday dinner,
I'm
they
not
know they had to
scaring
put money
anybody
on you,
away.
so you
Yeah,
need
right.
to bring
Yeah.
some, donations.
Oh, y'all
need
forgot
funds.
about that.
And Kenyans do it all the time.
But
They have
I ain't
birthday
kidding.
fundraisers
Look,
all the time.
Ladies
money,
and gentlemen,
yeah.
I will not have anything pinned to my chest.
Yes,
because
it must
I
all
am
go into Act Blue.
I'm not.
Yes.
We need them all digital.
We got the link.
Also, 10
Yeah, drop the
401
link in.
Pembroke, Van Antwerp Park. That's behind Bates Academy. Used to be Bovian Middle School. If you know Bovian Middle School, you know that big field behind it. So we'll be there from 1 to 4. Come by and tell your boy happy birthday. I want to see you, see me. Let's bump fist, hug. I mean, I ain't got nothing, but if you're not comfortable, bump my fist, man. Y'all at your boy. With that being said, also next week, Jamaican Pot got a fundraiser there. All weekend we'll be doing something there with them. come get you some Jamaican food from Friday to Sunday.
It's
There we
really
go.
good food.
And,
There we go.
With
It's
that
really
being
good.
said, let's get back into this agenda, man, because I know we just kind of straight away.
But we have to do the fundraiser this Sunday. We
Yeah.
want to see you there
We
for the
got to
birthday
be
show.
there.
Absolutely.
There we
You
go.
know,
Absolutely.
we trying to be where we want to make change.
Absolutely.
And these are the things we have to do to get there. But just make sure you take the community with you. Some people ain't. Oh, I wonder how many people have re-entry people, former offenders, working for them. But I'm not going to go there. Anyway,
I need
I
some.
do.
Tell
I
them
got
call
you.
me.
I got you.
I need help.
With that being said,
We ain't turning nothing down with our colleague. I ain't got no collar on that.
Look,
we
we need all boots on the ground.
Hey man, I'm trying to tell you, people are talking about they want to make change, but scared to talk to certain kind of people. Man.
Right.
That's
Come
it.
deal with me.
That's
come
it.
talk to
Come
me.
on.
Let's get it in.
That's how
I
you
love
call
it.
that.
That's
I
what I
love it.
want to see.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I'm sorry. This is like I'm gonna turn into a campaign speech. Get off my soapbox, even though this my hey, woosah. Okay. Now we all know there's a war going on in Ukraine,
Yes.
Take some water on that.
and it's a very very unfortunate situation going on. But every day I wake up to a war in mental health that we are not funding at all.
That's it.
We sit and talk about gun control and this and that and the other. What women are going through right now is almost a mental health crisis, because now some of them are afraid that if I get raped, if I get sick, if I get pregnant and feel like, okay, this might, the government's going to tell me you can't have that.
Yeah.
You can't have your life. You can't have your body.
Which they shouldn't even
You,
be speaking about.
as a
Yeah.
woman,
God be
first
speaking
off,
about it.
I'm offended that there's a guy over in India that's trying. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah, because I ain't read the article. You ain't sent it to me.
Oh boy.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna write y'all a sticky note like I be doing my
You
constituents
got
that
to
I
send it
miss.
to us first so we can help. With
But
Comment on that after I read it.
the simple fact that we don't fund mental health, and it's like that's an oxymoron backwards thought,
It
because
is.
again, you take the gun out of somebody's hand, there's a brick, there's a knife, there's
Yeah.
whatever somebody that has a mental episode can do to do whatever harm they seek to inflict when they're going through that.
Right.
So how is it that we just sent $33 billion over to Ukraine on top of the money that we've been sending, and we can't write an executive order to fund mental health?
Did you say 33 billion with a B?
With a B?
Yeah, B.
And we still got money left over in the American Rescue Plan in the state of Michigan, and nobody's allocated that money out yet. But we send
Yeah,
money
we
over to
done already
Ukraine.
sent. Yeah, and I thought it was three. I thought it was 1,300.
And I'm steady
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
to people.
300 billion.
I thought it was some hundreds.
Hundreds. I thought it was 300 too.
I
Something-
thought it
So I was being nice?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, then
I
there
was
goes
like,
the
I think
revenue.
it, I knew it was
So
some
again,
hundreds.
millions.
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions.
As your next Wayne
Or
County
billions or
Commissioner,
whatever.
Joe Biden, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm coming to ask you for $1 billion to build a mental health hospital in the city of Detroit with some resources behind that. Then, if we sending that kind of money over
That's
to a
it.
country,
Right.
Now,
I want this money here.
I don't understand why we're sending money. And let me back up and say this. I get it. When we are the United States, we are the superhero of all nations, and we know we put our hand in everything. We want to save. We want to rescue. We this is what America do. Not fighting over that. What I'm fighting over is, what about your own home? We have money,
that's it.
from my understanding, still sitting in our pot
Come on.
in the state of Michigan
Come on.
in the billions of dollars. And I'm talking to people every day on the phone, or at the door, and they're asking who's going to send money for mental health. Like, they're asking for money for mental health issues. They're asking if things are going to change with the abortion law, who's fighting for that. And people are still struggling after, post-pandemic.
That's it. Right there.
So, why is this money being sat on? Why haven't nobody had any plans already sitting on their desk and said, well, we got this money left over. Let's just keep continuing sending
Nah.
resources, particularly for mental health.
That's it.
Put allocation into that, and rebuilding our schools, and funding
That's it.
mental health programs, because there are a lot of parents who are secretly and openly dealing with being a parent, and it is driving them crazy. Like, I hear a lot of parents, a lot of young parents say how frustrating it is to raise their children. Now, for me, I raised 4. I didn't find it frustrating. That was just me. Challenging, but not frustrating.
Yeah.
But there's a difference in the generation
Yes.
then and now. So I'm trying to figure out who's doing the the budgeting on that.
Absolutely. And like we're saying, to be clear, when we send dollars appropriated to different country, we know we have different pots that we pull money from. So we do, that pot specifically was from foreign dollar pots, right? But it's like you just said, why? But just like you just said, why aren't we focusing and prioritizing home first? Home is still we say recovering from COVID and going into a recession now. Yes. Our gas has not been this high in what they say 40 years. I'm 45. I'm 45.
I think I see it around
in 70s. They saying
I think they had roll. It kind of went up, but like up and down in the last 10 years, but right now it
almost $5.
I ain't never seen this.
I've seen it before, even before.
Because do y'all remember we had gas at $1 and some change?
I mean, not 79 cents. So let me be clear.
I do too.
That's what we're saying,
right?
I'm an older man.
But wait a minute. But this is what we're saying, that the country right now is in such a shift and a cry for help.
Exactly.
The gas is high, the food is high, and I'm not gonna lie.
Is high.
I had to catch myself this morning when I woke up and heard that there was a high level shortage of this baby
formula.
Now I breastfed all mine, but I had to grab I had to shake. I had to get it together.
Yeah, my daughter was
I had to get it together because no, let me tell you, I almost broke down. I had to get it together
where's the formula
because I couldn't
going?
imagine not being able to have formula for your baby.
But see, this is what I'm about to get.
Come on now, and wait a minute. No, this I want to say this.
In.
No, this is what I want to say. Oh, we old school to know how to shift it. No. So what would you give your baby if you had to do it right now and give him?
And I ain't know, Mama. I just said this whole thing.
So where I'm going, we know. Come on, a little pet milk.
Pet milk.
Yeah. Or a little vitamin drips.
Focus Hope ain't around no more to get that.
Yeah, they are.
They still get powder milk?
Yes, they still get powder milk.
So a lot of the mothers are going to go there and they still giving baby formula. But I don't know if they're having a shortage
either.
Well, see, my thing is this. How do you run out of baby formula? How do you?
Because you're not being, what we say, here we go, proactive.
I
being stocked up. I believe that.
Somebody is buying it out.
I believe what's going on is they're stopping doggone manufacturing certain things to raise the prices of stuff to be able to say, oh, we can only send you 10 instead of 40 in the case.
Well, wait a minute, hold on. So we just, on the news report that they had today, the company Abbott, which is in Michigan, they did have some issues with production.
How?
Something was in the actual formula.
It was
so they reshipped. So they reshifted supposedly the formula, whatever, but they were put on hold. So that's what I feel like. Here we go. No one was focusing on the babies. So they put it on hold, and this is where there we go. This level of distribution stopped to continue the demand. Yeah. Because y'all, ladies and gentlemen, 10 years ago, me and my brother-in-law created a pantry, right? So when there's a shelf date, and then there's a regular expiration date. Right. When the shelf life go up, that's when you get the stuff to the pantry. So it still is good, but you can't put it on the shelves. Right. Like you just saying. Right. So usually those are the extra quick free that you can get in the community with the formula. So the pantries would normally have this extra formula too. So to say the pantries don't even have any on stock, I'm sorry. This shows you how backlogged we are. And once again, because we're not thinking about our babies.
Right. They're not thinking about people, period. Let's be clear. They're not thinking about anything right now. I mean, you got elderly who are suffering, trying to, I talked to an elderly woman today that got turned down for applying for food stamps. So we were talking. And I said, well, why did they say you didn't qualify? She said, because my income was like $1.75 over. So she couldn't get food stamps. And I'm like, in the state of Michigan, with billions of dollars still sitting in the state of Michigan, y'all turning people down, elderly people. I don't give a damn if she was $2 over. This woman says she needs help to eat, and we got these guidelines that's outdated.
That's it.
That needs to be.
And I'm glad she's saying that, ladies and gentlemen. So when the governor gave the additional food stamps, it only went out to people with children. The seniors did not get any additional
And I want to question
upgrade.
Why not?
My mother said the
look
same
what I
thing.
just put inside the chat.
I
Let's
mean-
start
My mother
there.
said the same thing. She said, so you just not paying the seniors? The seniors don't get no upgrade on the food?
It's a lot of things senior didn't get during this pandemic, and I'm really fucking upset about it. Because how dare anybody in power decide to help those they choose? You're not helping the ones that got
You gotta
These
go across
seniors
the
are-
board.
look, the seniors are the reason why things are moving in the direction for us.
That's
But we
it.
can't pay homage to the people who paved the way. Why are you sitting in office again?
That's it. I said it this morning on our 1440 AM show. We're standing on our
We're
seniors'
standing on these seniors,
shoulders.
on the shoulders and the hard
It's
work.
some of the work these precinct delegates, I think me and O was saying, that never got paid.
Never.
Never got the opportunity
Yeah.
to be employed for some of these big campaign pieces, but been in the backdrop.
But been in the backdrop.
You just working so hard to make sure certain things and policies get in place. And here we go. And then to come back to look like some of them have been sunsetted.
Wow.
And then they realize, wait a minute, I thought we fought for that already.
Right.
See, so this is why it's important to still keep them activated and
Absolutely.
encouraged, because they've done
Absolutely.
stuff that had already we're reduplicating.
Yep.
But then, like we were
Yes.
saying,
Yes.
creating the succession to say, I need your wisdom.
That's right.
I need your, like we saying, your life
Like,
experience,
your influence,
but you may
all of
not
that.
have the energy
Right.
to no longer
But they
move
have
forward.
the knowledge for sure.
That's it. Come on. And now
And
the
that's what we
youth.
need to be-
That's
that's-
it.
yeah.
That's what we need our youth. That's why
Yeah.
we need that different innovation
Yeah.
to be able to pick that up and to carry it.
That's right.
Because we know we need that
I
transition. And
just
it's when we
really-
got to talk about, like you say, the seniors. Yes,
got
Miss
to.
Thompson,
We
let me
got
give a
to. We
shout
got
out to our, on our Facebook stream. Hello, Miss Donna. Hello, Miss Thompson. And we got a Mr. Andrew Faison. Hello, sir, for tuning in. Yes, we
I
got to
just-
make sure. He said they not thinking of, are they thinking about seniors? Or they thinking about themselves? Come on.
Themselves. Clearly.
Yep.
It has to. People just need to start telling the truth of what's going on with these seniors.
That's it.
I don't really know the situation, but I was told Wayne County doesn't give assistance to seniors in Detroit. And
Wow.
that's burning me because
Yeah.
Wow.
And they have a seniors committee in the department,
Right,
right? That's what we
right.
want to get
but
clear.
that's for out of Detroit, what they call out county, I guess.
Okay. So that means out
my
county is
thing
the other
is-
cities
yeah.
and within the county.
The
All right.
problem is this: if
See, we
you're
wanna-
paying
we wanna
into a
educate.
system, how the hell you gonna tell me when I reach a certain age I can't get no help if this body isn't giving me the help? Again, I got a 98-year-old grandfather.
Come on,
served
talk
in the
about it.
military, who's a live vet. Who again, we've tried to find certain things for, and thank God we had a family that say Papa ain't going to no facility. He staying
Come
at
on.
home."
That part.
I'm just so confused at and kind of feeling pissed on because if you can tell me this is just the way it is and you're an elected official, that's a problem.
Very
Big
much
time.
so.
You should want to change the scope of that if somebody
Absolutely.
feels, because I'm not an elected official yet. Yet. But I plan on being that. With that being said, if somebody says this ain't right, you should okay. Let's look into that. Not then meet me with the door. Damn, no, that's not how it works. We should talk about how it works.
No.
Let's not talk about how it works, because I don't want to talk about how it works. I want to be the change.
Because how it work ain't working.
It ain't working, hasn't worked, and if you
Has
look
not.
And
around,
I mean,
ain't
it
never
ain't gonna never
work.
work. And let me tell you this: anybody who's running for a seat, and I do mean anybody who are looking to sit in a seat to represent the community, don't ever let me find out that you're not representing the community. Please don't let me find out that you're not. I promise you.
Represent the
I
community does not
promise
look
you.
like you taking a bunch of pictures.
I-
People gotta
That's
stop
it.
that.
Thank you.
I promise you.
Thank
And
you.
you can see
I'm
this
so
face
glad
tonight.
you
I
said
promise you, I will mobilize so hard that you will wish you never knew who I was. Because I do have that kind of power and strength to do so. So I'm asking everybody who's running for these seats, because I already know the people sitting before me. I know about them. I know what they're doing. I know their intent. So that leaves people like them out. But I'm talking about any other person, new, old, young, in between. Please don't let me find out that you're doing this for fun.
Come on.
Because I am tired. My
That's
community is tired.
That's it.
And we are not, and I'm going to have the biggest mouth. Y'all ain't seen how big my fucking mouth can get yet. But you will see it. Don't play with the community. We're tired.
That's it.
I'm tired of talking to people every day. I'm not even tired, but it's frustrating to hear people say every day that they're bleeding and there's no help.
We're fed
and
up.
we got people sitting in office who has the power to change that.
That's it.
And you're not changing it. And you're trying to hold back people who are trying to change it.
Talk
How
about it.
dare
That's it.
you? I promise y'all, don't play with me because I'm fed up. And that's my word tonight.
I got a question.
And I didn't wear this color for no reason. There was a purpose for that.
I got a question.
The cameraman, make sure you see this full gear now.
But I got a question.
That's it. She brought in warrior clothes. She ready.
Telling people
She ready.
that tell people like me. I'm sure you heard it. I don't know if you heard it, but I'm sure people trying to keep you down too.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the people that tell people wait your turn?
We had enough of that. That's not going to work anymore.
Yeah. Wait your turn.
When some of them didn't wait their turn.
Exactly.
How do you tell somebody wait your turn when most movements were started by who? Young people.
Absolutely.
The mix of
That's
older
it.
right.
people.
That's right.
How do you tell somebody wait your turn when you may have grandchildren, you may have nieces, nephews, anything like that? What do you tell them when they come to you and say, I want to advance in life? So-and-so is at my job and they won't retire and they've been here all these years and just collecting that check and it's time for me to get in this position.
Yeah.
It's time for me to be the representative.
Right.
It's time for me to be the steward of these next people of workers. But they not moving. So what do you then tell those people if you telling people like us wait your turn? And then it makes me understand that this is why we ain't moving.
That's
Exactly.
it. That's it.
Again,
Exactly.
I love the fact that I can be able to say that I work for somebody, Councilman Roy McAllister Jr. in the city of Detroit, who believed in a succession plan, who believed in grooming the next generation, who decided he wasn't going to run this time because he wanted to support a millennial.
That's it.
And it's going very hard for that individual. I'm sorry, Danielle Hall, Steele Hughes, Miles Miller, my millennial crew.
Come on.
Mary Cabot, State Rep Mary
Mayor
Cabot.
Cabot,
There
I'll
we go.
call it. Yep.
Come on.
Let's just be honest about it, man. We have to come out of this attitude of defeating ourselves before we even get to the doggone war. We at war right now.
We
Yeah,
are.
I literally
We are.
turned my whiteboard today, my war board.
Okay.
And I'm breaking it down for
Yeah.
the people I need to break down.
And I'm glad you saying that, and I really, like we saying, shifting into that conversation, because for the listeners that just tuned in, because you're listening live to the quarantine.
Yeah, do that.
You're listening live to the quarantine, and which is on WZZZ, the coolest live
Girl,
streaming
read the name.
TV. The coolest live TV.
You sound like old boy that call me Otis Andre. You know my name.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social platform media. You can go ahead and call in because our live at 313-355-6018. And once again, we just say thank you for tuning in. So, when you might have just tuned in to the transitioning word, war, right? And so, what I wanted to highlight to the listeners that our team uses our office and call it a war room, right? When we come together to do certain strategization. But what I want to uplift to the community right now is that our counterparts, right, which we know are the other political parties, are galvanizing
Yes,
and they are mobilizing
Yes.
at a capacity that is almost quadruple of the level that we are doing it. I had a conversation today, and I know it wasn't you, but I know we're in the same. We're playing chess now, not checkers. So if you've never played chess, we need you to go sit down. If you've just learned to play chess, we need you to go sit down.
Yes.
But if you know how to play, and you have a squad that is skilled to play, we need everybody to come get in the room and to get on board. And the reason why I wanted to say with the war room, because you must strategize and then also know your pieces on the board and the role that they play.
That's right.
This is where we've been really creating our own pitfalls. Now, I'm that old that I remember the game called Pitfall. That part,
See, I'm
right?
that
On Atari, baby, with the little joystick.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I say it for those that can go to my level and remember that the obstacle was to get to the end and jump over them alligators.
Yes, it was.
Even if you got to step on the top of his head if you slipped up off that vine.
Yep.
So where I'm going, I don't know if you that old, but the reality, I went right over his head.
Keep doing your thing.
But the reality is what we're saying. Some of this life experience is needed.
Yep.
A lot of this strategy is needed. And a lot of this experience of being in war is experience. And I want to transition. When I say this, I pass it back over to you, Dre. I bring Mama Monica in the room. The first full-blown act of war is shutting off water.
Yep.
They did that how many years to us? So when they did that and they came and started shutting off our water, when people water bill wasn't at $100, that was a whole out war at one of the largest black cities in our country. So why did he say I put my war rules or some war room? Because they're coming for our city.
Yes.
They're coming for our water, and they're coming for our land.
Yes.
And this is why we have to get in position, because we are from here. And our intentionality is to protect where we're from.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have tuned in to the teachings of Pastor Rosalind Ogburn, Bishop Andre Otis, and what's the missionary?
I was going to say evangelist. I meant evangelist.
Oh man. Hey man, that's what we do. If y'all can't handle real hot topics, man, people speaking the truth.
As they say, get out the kitchen.
I don't know what to tell you, because you definitely gonna get it from around yonder.
Yes.
Come on.
If you don't want people that's actually going to represent you, come out and say that.
Yeah. Just say I want to stay stupid, and just say I like getting my crumbs. Just be honest about what your intent is. Don't say you want better, but so when we come out to talk to you, you don't want to talk, or I'm not interested, or I don't want to do that.
But then get on Facebook.
But get on Facebook. I can't stand this.
Or call 910.
Right.
Oh.
So I tell people, I agree with what he's saying. I'm going to back it up with this. If you say you want change, then let us talk to you and be ready to jump in and make the change you want to see happen. But don't say you want it and you don't. If you like your little bit, just say, I'm cool with my little bit. I'm cool with my crumbs. And I will respect that and keep it moving.
Because one thing y'all got to stop doing is letting the people that want to come bingo in your senior homes and stuff like that come trick you.
That part.
Everybody ain't there to play bingo and actually give a damn and come back to see you.
That's right.
Some of these people are just there. I know I can come in here and play bingo with you, give you a few things, and never come back again until the next election, because I know you gonna vote for me.
Very true.
Come on.
Yes.
I have a 98-year-old grandfather.
Come on, talk about it.
I would
bust a cab. Go ahead. I'll say it for you.
We love our people.
Yes, we do.
But what I'm not going to do is allow you to come play on them.
That's right.
And these people get played on.
Yes, they
That's
do.
it. They do.
They do.
Oh, here's the chicken.
Here's the hot dog.
And don't get me
Here's
wrong.
the basketball rims.
Unfortunately,
Come on
I'm
now.
finding out this is part of the game.
It is.
It is.
I don't want to play this game.
No, we're
because
not.
It's not a game anymore.
No, we're done with that. That's what we're saying. We're shifting that. Come on.
What people need to understand is, again, if some people can't tell you the simple thing of they not representing you anymore, things around you are changing, are you gonna put them back in office? Because a lot of people are about to show up to these to this voting.
Yeah, they are.
Like,
Yeah.
what the? I don't.
Yep.
Oh, any, many, mighty, mo. Catch a tight. And then what?
Yep.
So, wow, this is. It wasn't supposed to go all like this, but again, this is what we do.
Yeah, but then this is why we're saying to the voters that we know the temperature is different. They are literally trying to take your candidates and try to remove them from the ballot, ladies and
the good ones.
The good ones. The ones that actually work.
Yeah, right. So you may have to write your candidate in. But what we're saying is you can't put it all on the candidate. The actual voter now has to be intentional
Has
on
to
who
be.
I want to represent me.
That's right.
So
Point blank. If you could write in Mike Duggan after 3 Mike Duggans being on one ballot, you
Say
can
it.
definitely write in one person whose name
I thought
you
it was
should
me
know.
that I could remember. There was a Dugan
Quit
there
playing
and
with
another.
me.
They
There's
took
a Dugan, a
with
Dagan,
me.
a Dugan,
There's
a
no
Duggan, a
excuse.
Duggan.
It's no excuse.
And he still
He
got
still
in.
got in.
And then everybody still said, did he live here or did he live in Livonia?
Jesus
See?
Christ.
He still live in Livonia, in case y'all don't know.
But they wrote
But
it
you,
in.
but you wrote it in.
See, so
And bubbled it.
And bubbled it.
Because you just can't write in. You got to write in and then hit the bubble. Like an ACT.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
It is crazy.
So we're saying that you voters, there is a responsibility on
Yes,
you.
it is.
And I want to uplift what Dre was saying, that the responsibility of taking the focus of saying, I'm going to vote.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get my voice heard. Mm-hmm. But here we go. Knowing that now our whole city is dependent on this.
Mm-hmm.
Our state. And I want to just stir the pot one more time. Did y'all forget they tried to kill our governor? So
and
if they,
got away with it.
there you go. People went home after the trial.
Yes.
And so if that is occurring, if the Republicans are consistently creating policies to make it harder for us to vote, if the Republicans are consistently creating petitions that say that it's okay to lie
Yeah. Yeah.
to the constituents. This is our Republican base, ladies and gentlemen.
The new Republic.
The new Republicans.
Yep.
So, and they're still the old ones that was wearing the white hoods. So we just want to say that.
That
I'm going to
part.
call it out.
Wait a minute,
There
you
it
still
is,
got
though.
them old Dems that was wearing the white hoods now.
We
That's
still got the
not-
Dixiecrats. I get
There,
it.
yeah. So, but what we're saying is the temperature is different.
It
and
is.
what I want to call out,
The black ones.
and here we go, and what I want to call out is that we as a black community have to stand up.
We do.
We know we've had our Islamics and our Muslim communities that have been standing and working with us, right?
Yeah.
Even my amazing Congresswoman, Rashida Tlaib. She's Palestinian. And we know when we watch the news, all type of stuff going on. But what we doing in our country right now, right?
Right.
We have new individuals with new type of politics that are infiltrating our communities. Detroit, wake up. Dearborn, wake up.
Wake up.
Melvindale, wake,
Wake
up.
up.
Democracy is the opportunity to have an option to choose who you want to actually speak, stand, and get in the space to say, I know they're going to fight for me.
That's
I know
right.
they're going to
That
work
part.
for me. I don't have to think
You have
about,
to think
are they going to be brought?
Right. You don't have to question it. It's no second
That's
guessing
it right there.
Yeah.
But what we're going to say right now before we get ready to close out, we are demanding for you guys to just wake up.
Please do.
Because what we don't want you to do is let August 2nd come and go. And guess what November brings us?
Yep.
The Republican candidates. The good one's going to be gone. You only get one selection.
That's it.
One Democratic selection based with the Republican, the Green. Because it's some more other parties,
right.
ladies and
Right.
gentlemen.
Right.
They made some new stuff on us.
That's right.
Right? Which we trying to educate you on.
Exactly.
Not in the late hour. Early.
Really early.
Come on.
Early bird catches the worm. I want to just say this. Livingston County,
Teach us. Come on.
I was watching their gubernatorial debate last night.
Yes.
Baby, when I tell y'all the room
Was
was
packed.
packed.
Thank you for going there.
Packed. And they are saying things about our current governor that just shocked me. The question was asked to the Republican governor who's running for this seat. Do you think Governor Gretchen Whitmer needs to be charged? Now they all asking this. Charged.
Charge for what?
What was it? It was for the something going on with the nursing homes, that she lied about something with the nursing
yeah.
homes. They were, I mean, when I tell you, I was eyeballing the stage and the room. Everything Rosalind just said, and Dre has been saying, and I say every day on these doors and on these phones and in my own private community, we need to wake up. They are not playing. You're going to look up, and Detroit is not going to be Detroit anymore. You're going to look up your representation. It's not going to be representing you, but they're going to always want something from you. It's going to be almost like a slave trade again. If you, and I want people to think about that. If you do not start getting involved and listening and getting the right people to represent you, the ones you know for a fact, get your ass up. Get your family, your friends, your neighbors, and rally around that person and get them in office.
That's it. That's it.
All right, so we got a couple of minutes before we get up out of here, and as always, I am a gentleman. and I always let the ladies go first, and I am going to continue that tradition. Even though several years ago, people get on my soapbox. Not see,
because they gonna lie on you. Remember, they gonna lie on you.
They lied on Jesus.
That's it. Come on.
They killed him too. You know,
but he still
got up. Come on. He got up.
With all power.
I met a woman today. I'm not gonna say her name, but it didn't bother me, but it bugged me.
Mm-hmm.
Woman, I told you. Woman tells me my prayers have been answered. What you mean? Because I know you from working for the former council, and I've been praying for somebody to come back that's going to actually represent and help us. And I'm like,
come on.
I didn't know how to feel after that, but I'm like, okay, if you think that's what it is, what do you need? You to come to my house with some flyers? I was right there, but I mean, to hear things like that, it makes me want to push harder. But let me shut up. Go ahead, shoot.
Yes. So thank you, Sister Kenny. I'm going to say it for everyone that is tuning in on our Facebook Live. Thank you, Mr. Andrew, Ms. Thompson, Sister Kennedy. And she wants us to do not forget for tomorrow, fill up your bag for the Postal Service to put your canned goods or your dry foods for the
that brown paper bag they gave everybody?
Yes, they gave everybody a brown paper bag.
This year, I got it. I just put it on my couch.
There you go, because before they gave a little smaller bag. This bag is bigger. So
I thought it was for the lawn stuff, but I said, this is kind of small for a lawn bag.
So we're putting up food for them to create more baskets.
And they're going to pick it up how?
Just on your porch.
Okay.
Yeah, just put the phone up. Okay, and then also, I am your candidate, Rosalind M. Ogburn, and we are fundraising, and we're door knocking, and we need phone bankers. Also, you can go to my webpage, rosalindmogburn.com, ROSLYNMOGBURN.com. Please contact us. We are going out every day now for door knocking, but we need individuals to do phone banking. So literally, every piece of energy and time and support we appreciate. So just contact us because, like we say, victory is our focus and our community deserves better leadership. So once again, Rosalind Ogburn for 3rd State House District. Pass it over to you, Ivy.
Thank you. I am Henrietta Ivy, your community voice. I am thinking, I am talking, I am speaking, I am out here rocking and rolling. I am getting people together. So if you want the truth, talk to me. I can't and I won't anymore allow the lies to continue and fool my communities. I am out. I am boisterous, and I'm going to be even more boisterous in the upcoming elections and beyond. So stay tuned, because a podcast is coming.
Woo woo.
What podcast? But we gonna talk about this. What?
It's coming.
What ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about, man. People be telling you stuff in the dark, but we gonna talk.
Nah, because I told you what it was.
Excuse me, my name is Andre Otis.
Lord. he played
You'll hear it
Amnesia.
Well, you're here from here live.
Yeah, okay. Andre Dewan Armando Otis, who looks to be your next Wayne County Commission District 5. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always about my last name. It's the Otis Plus Implant. Opportunity, transparency, inclusion, seniors plus mental health. It has to be people that want to talk about this mental health thing. You got to talk about these seniors, the vets, more opportunities. People are not transparent in government. I'm sick and tired of that. And everybody's not included at the table. With that being said, this is another opportunity for us to kick it with you on a Friday night. Again, my birthday is this Sunday.
It's Sunday. We want to see you come out. Where they going again?
We are going to be at Van Antwerp Park, 10401 Pembroke, behind Bates Academy. Don't come trying to pin nothing on me. I'm not doing that. But you can come. I got some people that take something
Pembroke
from
off of what? What is that?
Wyoming.
Yes.
Okay.
We want to make sure
if you know where the old Bowlby Middle School is now, Bates Academy, that's where we at. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next Friday.
All right. You have a safe weekend, everyone. God bless you.